Hi friends, today we are going to understand the concept of accounting which relates to appreciation and depreciation. You may be wondering, oh, we clicked on this channel or we clicked on this video to understand something related to mind and happiness and well-being and how to live our life most fruitfully. And what are you talking about accounting? Well, this concept of accounting of appreciation and depreciation does apply to our day-to-day life, and in fact this particular topic is something which will bring lots and lots of happiness into your life. Once you apply this concept into your day-to-day life, your happiness is going to multiply and you will live fully, wholeheartedly and full of contentment. So in Mind Wellness Everyday, today we are going to talk about the concept of appreciation and depreciation. So friends, if you haven't yet subscribed to this Mind Wellness Everyday channel, please do subscribe to get more and more ways to become happier and content in your life each day. So appreciation is what? Appreciation is the enhancement of value, increase of value, or in other terms we use appreciating somebody means we are showing gratitude. On the other hand, if we are talking of depreciation as a concept in accounting speaks of diminishing of the value of any asset or any kind of property, thing, article that you have. So each day the value of that article keeps on going down and down because of its wear and tear, its usage, and in fact even if it exists. Like suppose you take a television set. A television set comes with a 3 years of warranty period or guarantee period, right? So this warranty period shows that the life of that television set is for 3 years. So 3 years the company takes the warranty for that particular product, after which you may have to bear the cost if anything goes wrong. So actually 3 years could be considered as the life of that particular asset. So if the cost of that television set is 30,000 rupees, each year you are actually consuming up, using up the value worth 10,000 of that television. So when you're buying things, what should you remember in mind is this concept of depreciation. You should understand that everything that you're buying has a certain lifespan, and this particular article has to be fully utilized within that lifespan. Also, at the same time, how much value to give to the thing is very important, because if you have bought the thing, you don't have to be careless about it, but you cannot even preserve it and conserve it. Like you bought some running shoes and you've just kept it aside and you're just looking at it every day. Oh, I bought shoes worth 25,000 and how good they are. It's of no use. The shoes are for what? Shoes are to be used for the purpose of running, exercising and using them up. So that 25,000 will only be worth it, only be used up, only be giving you the productivity if you don't keep them aside but utilize it fully. Often we overspend and we are actually giving away most of our precious money to things we don't need. So what happens to us? In the process of the time, we are just saving these things, we are appreciating these things, we are just looking at them and feeling good. Just like the process of buying a car. So I just buy a new car and I keep that car worth 10-15 lakhs just standing next to my door. It's not being used to the extent of that 10 lakhs. So we overspend there. Another thing is we give too much of value to these things which we are buying over and above the people whom we are with. Doesn't that happen? Are people not getting more and more materialistic these days? They are becoming more and more centered around things and material aspects of their life. So whenever you're buying things, remember this concept of depreciation. If you forget this concept of depreciation, you may land up buying wrong things, spending more money on things, and in fact just sitting and appreciating the article which you have brought without actually using it up. Another important thing is we often conserve things, we protect things, we keep things aside for special occasions. Well, today I am alive, today we have life. This itself is a special occasion. Don't we hear that quite often? But how many times do we apply? I bought a nice new dress, so I will wait for maybe 6 months to wear it. I bought crockery and cutlery and I keep it aside. When guests come, only then I will take it out. Why? Won't you like to dine in that good crockery set? Why not? Use it up. Another thing is, often we have these things prevalent over and above the connection of people. So if we take an example, men and boys will specifically agree to what I'm saying right now. Whenever a scratch comes up on your bike or somebody hits your bike, what happens? You just feel like killing that person, isn't it? The first reaction, maybe it's just by mistake, but the first reaction is that you just want to shout and fight with that person, and you feel like, creating a big scene there. Yeah, doesn't this happen? So why is it happening? Because you have associated so much of attachment to that particular vehicle, so much of attachment to that thing. Well, it's good to appreciate that thing also, it's good to value it also. You should not allow it to actually go waste without usage or without this, but too much of attachment and too much of appreciation about that thing is also sometimes coming in the way of relations. So what happens is, maybe somebody from your home wants to take that car and wants to use it for their picnic or whatever, and they are a good driver, but because you're so attached to the car that you don't allow them to drive, you don't allow them to take the car. So you can say your wife, your husband, or maybe your children are less important than the car. This is what sometimes happens. So we are actually putting so much of concentration on these things which we have. So we are focusing entirely our attention, our appreciation towards these things, these material aspects, whereas the people in our lives are being ignored. So the concept of depreciation should always be in your mind whenever you're using the thing. No, this is just a utility. This is something which I have to use up for my and my family and other person's benefit. Once this concept drills down deep into you, you will never overspend, and at the same time you will also buy things, appreciate those things also, but at the same time you will not be attached to them. You will use them up completely and fully, such that they will give you the complete benefit of them. On the other side, look at the people around us. Many a times we find them associating with each other in such a way that the most of the benefit can be extracted, or they make connections, they make friendships, they make relations, they keep up with people just because they can be useful in some or the other way. Well, this is not the right way to tackle relations, isn't it? Relationships are something based on feelings and emotions, and if we don't value those feelings and emotions, then ultimately we are bound to regret at a later stage. So people also come with an expiry date. Remember this. Every person on this earth, every living creature on this earth has a lifespan. So within this lifespan, you should be able to give your maximum, extract happiness out of every moment that you're spending with them, and give them as much as happiness possible. So this is the way to truly live with the people around you, appreciate them, express gratitude, have more respect for what they are giving you, doing things in your life, and the things are made as utility. People are made to be appreciated and to be shown gratitude. I have seen many people regretting about many things they haven't done, they haven't said after the death of their loved one. So after a person dies, then we start valuing suddenly, then things come up in our mind. Oh, I should have said this, I should have done this for him. Oh my God, I did not meet that person in the last days. In fact, I was so busy with my work that I could not spend any time with that person, and so on. So if we would have valued these people, appreciated their presence in our life when they were actually there, then things wouldn't have been so bad, isn't it? So appreciate the people when they are with you, and depreciate the things because they are just utility. They are non-living things in your life which have to be used. Today what is happening? We are using people and we are valuing things, when actually it should be the reverse. We should use the things and value the people around us. The things should give us pleasure, and people should be given, and exchange of happiness should happen between each other, because the presence itself of those people in our life is very important. So the next time you buy things, I'm sure you will keep this concept of depreciation in your mind, the utility of the things in your mind, and use up that article completely and fully to the maximum extent, such that it gives you back the worth of the money spent. On the other side, I'm sure now you will start appreciating people in your life, taking the moment as it comes and valuing the presence of such people, so that you don't regret later of not giving them something, not saying something, and not spending the valuable, precious moments with them. So this can be the key to unlock your happiness. Just in case you have any questions, any queries, you want to write down any comments, you can always put it down below the video, or else you could write to me at the email ID mindwellnesseveryday@gmail.com. Take care friends, and thank you.